Though it's not quite up to the standard of the best cameras with 1-inch sensors, I think most people will be perfectly happy with the photo and video of the ZS100, which ranges from very good to excellent. In auto mode the photos tend to come out darker than in manual or priority modes, which results in very dense shadows, but for the most part it delivers. A lot depends upon how far you're zoomed in and what aperture is set, in addition to the typical factor of the ISO sensitivity setting. The lens doesn't seem to be particularly sharp in general, with more than usual distortion around the edges. And at a longer zoom and narrow apertures, essentially from f4 to f8, photos get a lot softer. You reach those apertures very fast, it reaches f4.1 by the time you hit 50mm. And that's the trade-off for the benefits of a 10x zoom. As long as you're not scrutinizing the photos at full size, though, I think you'll find it worth a slight sharpness sacrifice. There's a diffraction compensation setting which theoretically counteracts the softening effects of the narrowed aperture, but since the only choices are auto or off, it's impossible to tell whether it's actually doing anything. In bright light JPEGs look very good, as the light dims, they start to look very smeary. Keep in mind that in low light, that is, at high ISO sensitivities, for any camera, out-of-focus areas start to degrade a lot faster than those in focus. So the ZS100's naturally soft photos start to show artifacts in low light faster than ones shot with a better lens. Color and exposure look pleasing, though. You can get better results in low light by shooting RAW, in some cases, without even doing anything to the file other than opening it and saving as a JPEG. That's because RAW avoids Panasonic's aggressive processing. Its 4K video is excellent for point-and-shoot purposes, though you do see visual noise in low light and slight movements of the camera produce wobble, which is pretty typical. JPEGs look clean through ISO 200, by ISO 400 you can start to see just a little detail loss. By ISO 800 the JPEGs are noticeably soft, but they're still pretty usable. At ISO 1600 and above they start to lose a lot of detail, but they look okay at small sizes.